Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's Sande coming live here in Karura forest. So we're gonna do an afternoon walk in the forest and see the beauty part of the forest. So if it's your first time here, don't hesitate to subscribe the channel, like, comment and share the video. So this other part, we have a mixture of indigenous and exotic trees. So we're gonna show you some indigenous trees and exotic trees so that you're able to comprehend the difference of the two. So this one here is a eucalyptus tree, which is an exotic tree all the way from Australia. So for the eucalyptus, they were brought here when the then colonial government was constructing the Uganda Mombasa Railway. So they were planted here with the intention of steaming the locomotive engine, also providing timber. But later on, they turned out to be invasive and kind of an invasive species. So for this tree here, one disadvantage about it is that it takes in a lot of water and nutrients. That means if you plant it in a place that is flooded or a wetland area, it will take a few years to dry up the wetland area. That same case refers to Nairobi. So many years back, Nairobi used to be a wetland. That's why majority of the places in Nairobi are kind of still wetlands. So when the eucalyptus were planted here in Nairobi, they dried up some parts of the city. But at the moment, they have become so invasive and they are causing more harm than benefits. That being said, Karura forest is trying to eradicate the exotic trees like this one here and replacing it with the indigenous trees like this one here. So something to note is that for the indigenous trees, what they do, they're environmental friendly. Let me show you this one, which is a medicinal one here. So for instance, this medicinal one called Wambugia ugandensis. So for the Wambugia, you can use the leaves to cure toothache. You can use the stems to cure. You can use the stems as the So if you go to Maasai land, find them using this stem to brush their teeth. So this is called Wambugia ugandensis. It's medicinal one. So one, it's used to cure toothache issues. Two, it's used to cure stomachache issues. Three, it's used to cure this was a toothpaste and toothbrush at the same time. So that being said, that means you can use it to brush your teeth. That's why the Maasais, they have purely white teeth compared to other people, because they're able to use that toothbrush that the sticks from they're able to use the Wambugia to brush their teeth. So that's why these exotics are harm to the environment. So when you replace an exotic forest, it becomes a purely natural conservation forest. If you have traveled to other parts of Kenya, find that you have some forests that are doing plantation forest. So the difference is that in a plantation forest, you are allowed to plant exotic trees like this for extraction of timber and other things. So that means you just plant it with the main aim of getting timber and firewood. But for this case, It's purely conservation. So this other side have a small block of croton. We call them the croton megalocarpus. This tree here, this one here, is croton megalocarpus. So for this tree, it has so many uses. One, which is very important, is that if you have traveled to the Maasai land, the Maasais, the Samburus, get a look at a full-grown croton tree, you'll find that it has no bark. So what happens is this: they remove the bark of the tree to use it to cure malaria, because the bark of the tree has a small portion of quinine that cures malaria. So find that most of the full-grown exotic croton megalocarpus trees in those areas has no bark. So you can imagine, so many years ago, Nairobi used to be all indigenous, Africa and Kenya at large. But when the introduction of this eucalyptus came in, it changed the landscape, it changed the look, it changed everything. For those guys who have been to Kakamega Forest, you know what I talk about, a tropical rainforest. If you go to Kakamega Forest, you're able to see a very nice, unique forest that has very old, full-grown indigenous trees that are amazing in terms of they look like their growth. They are big, massive trees, and they play a very big role in conservation. So let me show you this wetland area so you can find some birds. Just see how beautiful it is, guys. So when I talk about our wetland area, it's kind of a water catchment area. So you can see the grass, the leash of the grass down, going all the other side. Look at the sky. So beautiful. So yesterday it rained at night. Today it might rain again. We had not received rains for a very long time, but the rains are back. Normally, in the month of December, we're supposed to have plenty of rains. But nowadays, it rained on... it had not rained for like a few weeks, but now the rains are back. So that's a good thing. This is a dog off-leash area. It's called dogs off-leash. Look at that, guys. Very nice landscape. You might think you're in a savanna. For those who have done safaris, you know what I mean. So if you're joining right now, thank you so much. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's _Sande. We're heading to 3,000 subscribers. Road to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the like, guys. Thank you for the like. So on how to like the live stream, just double tap on the screen. At the farthest end of the screen, just double tap there twice. That's how you like the live stream. So let me just peep here. I see. Hello, Dexy Gang WXL. Hello, how are you, Dexy? How is your afternoon? Here it's afternoon here. It's afternoon here. How is your afternoon? Thank you for the like. So let me just explain to you how to like the live stream. So this is the screen. Just double tap at the edge twice. That's how you like the live stream. So this is the lily lake. It's called the lily lake because of the lilies. So it has really rained. So it seems to be so muddy. Hello, Desi Gang from India. Thank you so much, Desi, for watching. How is India, Desi? Have a very big audience from India. How is India at the moment? Look at the sky. Today it might rain also. Thank you for the like, guys. How is India, guys? Can hear the birds. So due to the mud, have to do a different route now. Go to Amani, I show you the biggest, the oldest tree in this forest. Then we'll have to come back to another 6. So we can go to the, I'm heading to the nursery to show you some small seedlings that are grown in this forest, that you'll be able to comprehend what I'm talking about. So just stay tuned in, guys. Stay tuned in. Look at the clouds, guys. Looking so nice. So if you're joining right now, welcome, guys. I've explained to you how things are working here now, and the changes that are coming up in a very few years or months. You can hear the power so just trying to get rid of the eucalyptus. I was asked by a bigger part of my audience about that thing. That's why I had to talk about it, So I had to talk about it. So something to note about this particular place. You can imagine it only rained yesterday and it looks very much muddy. That means if it rains the next 2 days, you can't pass here, Look at this off-leash area, very nice. Very lovely place. Look at the sun at the edge, The sun is lighting in different portions. So I'm heading to the nursery, guys. I'm gonna show you some small seedlings. Then we're able to learn something about these seedlings, the indigenous seedlings. Let me ask this poll that I usually asks my audience. Have you subscribed to the channel? So if you want to see the follow-up of this particular tree cutting, just like this video. I'll show you how the trees are growing from the start to the end. I'm gonna show you how the trees are grown, but to learn from the horse mouth. So now this is Amani picnic area. Amani means peace. Let's go to the nursery first, then we'll come back here. So these are still exotics, called them the eucalyptus. I want to go and show you some few some indigenous seedlings, so that you may be able to know how the process goes, from the seeds to the seedling to a bigger tree. So when you cut down these exotics, you replace them with indigenous. So the question is, where do you get the indigenous trees? That's what we're going to talk about the next 2 minutes, because I'm already at the parking lot. So I want to scrub my mud from this mud scrubber, then proceed. So when you walk in the forest, you can't avoid that kind of muddy encounters. So let me just go and show you the map of the forest. Then we proceed to the nursery area. The Wangari Grove have a small waterfall here. So the gate is gate A, gate E, have gate D, goes to the field here, gate C, other side, and gate F. This is how the map looks like. 1,043 hectares, piece of land. Then these are the rules here. Semaji? Hii. Na miti ziko sambamba. These are the Nandi flame. So the Nandi flame, they have red flowers. So I want to take the seed bed first, then I'll show you the process, how it happens. Inaonyesha siku moja na kunakuwa na matope hivi bwana.
Sasa ananiambia anataka mbolea. Badala akuja aweke mbolea.
Wewe uko nayo?
Hii hapa. Unajua nini kiitisha? Anatubia huko.
Sasa hao ndio waitishi. This is what we call the seed bed, you know. So what happens is this. Let me just explain to you in a very simple way. So for instance, this is a seed for a particular tree. So when you get the seeds, you have to first of all make sure you germinate the seeds from this seed bed. So you come, you put the seeds here, then you cover some soil, then you allow the seed to grow. So when they grow, they'll have a small seedling like this. So after this, you have to translocate this small seed seedling, put them in the bags now, the one you're seeing here. So each and every bag has its own stage or here. So if you find a bigger bag like this, that means that this seedling is big. It's at a stage of that it has reached a stage that is easy. It is close to being planted to the bigger farm now. So that's the process. You get the seeds, you put them in this seed bed, you allow them to grow to a small seedling, you translocate them to bags now. So the reason why I use these bags is that they allow they allow the seed to grow. Then the color black because it's kind of absorbs less heat to prevent the soil from drying very quickly. Because if you do a white plastic bag, the light will penetrate through it very fast, and it's easier, and the soil will get dry faster before the plant gets water. These are the nursery. That's where you grow the seedlings. See how big it is. So here you have more than 70,000 seedlings. So these are silver oak. It's a wide broad leaved croton. We got Nandi flame, Cordia africana here. So all these are indigenous. So each and every tree has its own use. For instance, the Prunus africana is it cures prostate cancer. Prunus. So most of these trees here, they're medicinal, guys. That's the important part of it. So something else to note is that these trees, when they grow, they're well taken care of in terms of being watered. When it's dry, you have to make sure you water them. Then you make sure they receive plenty of water each and every time. In case of any diseases, you have to treat them while they're here to prevent it from drying up or spreading the diseases. So this is where the seedling propagation takes place, and it's very important because it helps the trees to grow very fast, And the good thing is that all these seedlings are inside this forest, So it's croton, the one I talked about, which cures malaria. It has small portions of quinine. Still very young crotons. And these big ones are Nandi flame, called Nandi flame. Look at them on this other side. So they are very big. That means they have reached their size to be transplanted. This kind of a shrub, a forest needs to have both shrubs and trees. You can hear some monkeys here. Let me see if I'm able to get it closer to them. Some monkeys here moving around. I think it's not that bad. Can you spot the monkeys on that tree? There's another monkey there. That side. I think if you're very careful, you can hear the movements. can spot the monkey, just tell us. I want to try. There it is. Look at the movement. See that movement? That's the monkey now. Call them the sex monkey. Yaje? Na ziko mbali bana. Hizi Sykes tu. So guys, you have seen the nursery, and we just want to finish at the Lily Lake. So we'll end the last stream on the Lily Lake now. So let's head to the Lily Lake. Salama. So now head to the Lily Lake. Then we end the live stream. So you can see this. Look at this. The skies. Very beautiful. Let's go to the Lily Lake first. That's how we end the live stream. This is the road that heads to the Lil Lake now. Let's look at the Lil Lake. Let me end the live stream there. Look at these safarians, you know. See, they're trying to relocate now. Very man. I'm at 20. I'll be car for like 1 minute. 20. So let's go to the Lily Lake now. Yesterday I was here and I find out that the lilies had had gone down. So I don't know if they are also closed. But when I came here it was really hot, so I think they closed due to that crazy sunshine. So let me hope today we're going to see some few lilies that are still up and they're strong. Go to the other seat there. Look at that, guys. Very beautiful. So I'll end the live stream by telling you a story about this particular place, so that you'll be able to understand how and where the name Lily Lake comes from. So before I do that, like the live stream, guys. Don't forget to like the live stream. So let me explain to you how the Lily Lake came about. So if you are joining right now, welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's Sande. Thank you for choosing this channel and being part of this amazing community. So we are heading to 3,000 subscribers. So I've done the live stream for the last close to 40 minutes. I'm gonna end it in the next 4 minutes. Before we do that, I just want to explain to you how the Lily Lake came about. So many years ago, this place used to be a quarry, you know. A quarry is a place where they harvest rocks and stones. That is in 1930s. So they used to harvest here rocks and sand. But when this forest was gazetted in 1932, the person who used to do the quarrying here vacated these premises. So what was left is that the place, it being a quarry, that means it's kind of a big ditch. So the water came in and filled at the particular hole, or I can call it a ditch, until it formed this amazing lily lake. So this lily lake is all constitutes of rainwater. That means it has no outlet, but it has an inlet. So this lake has no outlet. So when it rains, the water comes in here, collects inside here. Then the only thing that happens when it's during the dry season, the level goes down. So it's called the lily lake because of these lilies that you can see, like that one. There's a lilies, and the lily. So the lilies, they're kind of aquatic. They tend to grow on top of water. So normally, when you come up here in the morning, you find that the lilies have already closed. They look like this, but when the sun comes out, they open. So they open when the sun is out. When it goes down, they close. That's how they do. So inside here you have some frogs, birds, like I can see a mohen there and a little grebe. I can see a long cormorant. You have birds, you have frogs. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in the next live stream.